Good evening, everybody.
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday and Thanksgiving evening.
Thanksgiving
Eve. Yes.
Golly. Can you go to the comments?
Yeah. To anyone joining us late, I apologize. For some reason, when I scheduled this, I scheduled it for 9 a.m.
He's
so
been
I
a
go into the
little
studio,
lately.
and it's telling me you're late.
Very late.
And if you haven't noticed, up in this corner up here, we now have a StreamYard logo instead of our logo because our subscription expired and StreamYard raised their prices to an exorbitant amount that I'm not paying. So
yes, unfortunately, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
No.
And so you'll have to deal with StreamYard.
And
logo.
all the little guys.
Yeah,
get
all of us little
affected.
guys that are paying for this out of our pocket and not making any money off of YouTube. We just have to decide what we're going to spend our money on.
That's right. It's better spent on cruises and vacations to bring you better content.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd much rather spend that 100. Well, I don't even know what it's up to now. It's probably like $200 or $300 a year. I'd rather spend that on a couple of decent excursions. Hey, Tanisha, welcome in.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
We haven't really started speaking about anything other than StreamYard is our subscription expired.
Yeah, it expired, I guess, this past week sometime.
Guess so. You just got a message for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway.
How's everybody doing this Thanksgiving Eve?
How's everybody doing? Anybody traveling? You going to see friends, family?
Are you preparing for the onslaught of people?
Yeah, for those in the U.S., I gotta say, not every
that's true.
People around the world don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but in the U.S., it is a traditional holiday. Pretty much everything's closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's the last Thursday in November.
And this year, it's pretty late. So, Christmas is overlapping with Thanksgiving this year.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow will be the 28th, so that's not quite as late as you can get in the month, but pretty close to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, we are at home. We finally got back home a week ago today after going on a cruise and then going to a conference for our business. And
I wonder why I'm so darn tired. It's only been a week.
Oh, Denisha says, I've played around with StreamYard for a couple of lives. I need to do more so I can be more comfortable with it. It's a pretty good tool. There's not a whole lot that you couldn't do with something else for free. And that's kind of my biggest, what's that?
That's distracting.
All right. I'll minimize that. There you go.
And then also she's not traveling.
And he's not traveling, just waiting to go on a cruise. Awesome. When are you going? Yeah, let us know.
Tell us where you're going and when.
And where are you going? When you going?
I saw something posted on Facebook. It was like a meme the other day that the wife was kind of standing back here and the husband was, marking off on the calendar. She's like, "Oh, are you counting down to Christmas?" He said, "No, for my next cruise."
Yep. Oh, 87 days.
Oh, we're going to be on the Icon.
Yeah, we will be on the Icon with you.
Is that in 87 days?
I
don't even have my phone to check.
I got my phone right here. I believe she is. I think she's going to share it. I think that is right. Let's see. Let me open my shipmate here. Yeah, 86 days is what my shipmate says. Awesome. We cannot wait to get back on the Icon.
Yes, we should definitely meet up and say hey.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Hopefully our whole group will meet up on Icon because as far as I know from talking with Sherry about it, we're the only ones that have been on Icon before.
Oh, yes.
So she was talking about us trying to do a live with her to talk about Icon.
Yeah.
So
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, we were. If you don't know, we were on the
I just
inaugural
hope it's as
cruise.
good as it was the first time.
Yeah,
We're kind of curious to see how it changed in a year.
that is the biggest curiosity that we have. We
Mhm.
were on the inaugural cruise with hundreds of other cruise vloggers
Mhm.
and travel vloggers and Disney vloggers and you name it.
They were on the Icon.
They were on the Icon. If they were, everybody who was anybody almost
I was
was
going
on
to say,
Icon.
well, we weren't really
Yeah,
anybody, but
well,
we were on there.
yeah, but I mean, you had, gosh, I couldn't even start to remember them all. Para DJ, Ben and David, EECC Travels,
Matt
with Royal Caribbean Blog. Of course, that's where we met Mike Clock from Clock
Mhm.
Family Adventures and Ark Adventures.
Yeah.
And
We're going on a cruise.
what's that? Yeah, we're going on a cruise with Clock next summer.
No,
Carnival.
that's with
No. I'm sorry, that's wrong. How we travel?
How we cruise.
How we cruise. Yeah, how we cruise.
And they're
Yeah.
what was the other one? Sharon.
Oh
my God, this is terrible. Hope you're not watching.
Who are you talking about?
That we can't remember who we're going on a group cruise with.
Sharon at Sea. Sharon at Sea. Yeah, that's next summer though.
Yes.
Let's see. Tanisha says, I can't wait. Last cruise was February on Jubilee.
Agreed.
So overdue, no doubt. Yes. And yes, we were on the Icon's inaugural cruise last year.
Yes, we were.
We really wanted to book it again. We checked the prices while we were on the cruise, and it was like,
Not
holy
affordable,
cow!
Woo.
There's no way we're going to be able to afford that, because I mean, it was over $7,000 for an inside cabin. When we were looking at it, we're like, well, until the prices come down, there's no way we're going to be able to go.
No.
And then we were talking to Sherry, and she was like, "Oh, I've got cabins, and they're a whole lot less than half that."
Well,
price,
and my dad was like, "I want to go on a cruise in February," and we already had a cruise booked, and we were like, "Well, all right, we can do it."
All right, so we got some new folks showing up.
Yes.
We've got Scott Smith. Welcome in.
Welcome.
And we've got Scott with Controversial Cruising.
Hello. Oh, bacon and pies.
Oh, and Scott's bacon and pies.
Getting ready.
And then Tanisha says, wow, I'm guessing you liked it.
Yes. Oh, yep. So you're on a group cruise.
Yeah. And she says, Sherry booked me and my husband. Awesome.
And she's talking about the Icon in February.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were on the inaugural cruise with all the cruise vloggers, and it was our first
inaugural cruise.
First experience with cruise vloggers in the wild. Mm-hmm. And it was friggin' wild. I mean, everybody at the balloon drop on the sail away party, after hours party,
which
everybody had cameras. Yeah, everybody had cameras, all kinds of different cameras. There were Insta360s. There were, action cams, big cameras, everything you can imagine.
That was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I had to find a spot where I can get out fast because I'm kind of short and I don't like a lot of people or crowds because it's like I said, I'm vertically challenged. Yeah. But I didn't have to, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a whole series on the Icon inaugural. You can check that out on our channel. And hopefully we can chat about it with Sherry sometime.
Yeah.
If she decides to go live, and we can pull up some video, maybe some stuff that people haven't seen. So just to recap, since we've got Tanisha in here, what were some of the things that you liked the most about Icon?
You want to talk about Icon?
Well,
right.
I mean,
I thought
we were going to talk about what we're thankful for and ask everybody else what they're thankful for. But
well, if you guys are going to stick around for a while, we'll go to that too.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Maybe we'll talk about that at the end.
What? Being thankful?
Yeah, what we're thankful for.
Thankful for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So what was your question now? What I like the best on the Icon?
Yeah. Okay. So let me go through our basic takeaway on the Icon. It was the
An
inaugural
hour or
cruise.
yours?
Well, mine.
Okay.
I'll go with mine. Then you can add anything or say anything different.
And if anybody else here that has been on the Icon, let
Yeah.
us know so we can add your stuff in there.
Okay, so on the inaugural cruise, they had what 3,000 staff crew out of, and they selected those 3,000 from 12,000 Royal Caribbean employees who applied for those 3,000 jobs. So they had the best of the best from across the fleet. So the service was excellent, impeccable, at least in our opinion. Dining room staff was excellent. The food was really good. They had this massive seafood buffet for lunch on embarkation day. I think it was.
Great, yeah.
I mean, they had.
I think that was leftover
lobster, and they had all kinds of different stuff. So,
hey, Bud Files, welcome in.
Hey, welcome in, Bud Files.
But that could have been left over from the media cruise.
It could have been because
so,
we were on the inaugural cruise, but that was the first cruise that people had actually paid for. There was a 3-day cruise, was it? Before ours,
I
something
think
like that.
Like a media cruise or something.
Different people were invited on, and it was all paid for by Royal Caribbean. So we were the first paying passengers on that cruise. And it was incredible. I mean, the shows were outstanding. Occasionally they'd have some technical issue or something.
Yeah, but it was the first cruise.
But it was the first cruise. So they were still working through some of that kind of stuff. But overall, the staff was exceptional. We got to meet up with our cabin attendant, room attendant from Odyssey of the Seas.
Yes.
Which you can meet him, Eisenhower, in our Odyssey videos. He got transferred to the Icon, and so we found out what floor he was on, went down, said hello to him, visited with him for a few minutes. Of course, everybody came from different ships. At that time, he said he was may have moved on to Utopia, so I don't know if he'll be back on Icon, or who knows where he is at this point. But
yes, I would love to see our old wait staff for the dining room because they were amazing. And I would, I'm
trying to remember their names, but what was it?
Valerie. And I remember the ball.
Can you tell we love getting to know the folks that are helping?
Jonathan, I think, was the other one,
and Raza.
No, Raja. That was he was the head guy.
Yeah, the head waiter.
Yeah.
We're
missing the wine guy that would come over and give us all that good wine.
But yeah, I mean, it was an exceptional cruise. I love the way that ship's laid out. I mean, of course, it's so large.
Yes.
Your Royal Promenade, we've talked about it before. You could park 3 18-wheelers side by side in the middle of that promenade and still be able to get around. It is just huge.
All of the neighborhoods, they had different areas for different people to go to, and so if you have your family and you want to do the stuff with kids and being family oriented, then it had this whole neighborhood called Surfside just for you guys. The whole deck.
That's kind of similar to the Oasis class ships because they have the Surfside and stuff like that. Except
I've never been on an Oasis class.
Yeah, we have not. But on those, you've got the Aqua Theater at the fully aft on the ship.
The Aqua Theater.
Or the whatever it is. And then, of course, on Icon, you've got the Aqua Dome, which is that great big dome on top where they do the Aqua show. So you don't have to worry so much about wind, but you did have to worry about the seas. And we actually had one show that was canceled that we had booked because the seas were too rough. But anyway,
they canceled it once.
There's just so much to do on Icon, between all of the exceptional shows that they have. You've got the water slides. You've got an entire water park on the ship.
I will say that our consensus was that there wasn't enough time to see everything in 7 days. 10 days may have been enough.
That was probably the biggest thing. We spent a lot of time getting around that ship and doing as much as we could, and there were still places that we never even got to. Places that we just never had the time, or if we wanted to go to, I mean, we didn't make it to the piano bar until the final night.
Well, we
because
couldn't get in.
every time we passed by,
it was pretty packed.
It was packed. I mean, there were people standing out in the promenade outside of it. And you could not get in. There were no seats anywhere. We never made it to the comedy club. And
no, we didn't go to the comedy club.
And then
what was it? Something else we didn't get
Base
to.
Camp. Is that what it was called?
Base Camp?
That food thing out there. We never played the mini golf.
Oh, and I wanted to.
Yeah. So that's the thing about Icon is it's just so big that.
Which is why when we were scheduled to go on the Odyssey and they changed it from a 4-day to a 3-day, we just
about Utopia.
Utopia. Yeah. Sorry, we just felt that was just too short of a time for us to be able to see everything adequately and show you guys.
So if you didn't know, we were booked on the inaugural cruise of Utopia. It was a 4-night cruise that was supposed to be, and that was in July. And then they moved it up and they put a 3-night inaugural cruise before our 4-night inaugural cruise. And it was expensive. A lot more than I would ever want to pay for a 4-night cruise. And we didn't want to go to a 3-night cruise because we knew there's no way you're going to even be able to.
It would have been too stressful.
Get around the ship in that amount of time.
So because we did not go on that one, that brought the Celebrity Beyond that is in our series of videos that are out right now.
We've got our final video coming out this Saturday from Celebrity Beyond.
Yes, I agree. 9 days is just
finished
not
a 9-day cruise. Still not long enough.
No, it's not.
That's for sure. Especially when you're on
a big
ship. Where'd you
go? Tell us. Yeah. Tell us where you went.
Let us know where you went.
I need to live vicariously through you, Scott.
Now, I will say we just got off a 7-day cruise.
We did.
On Holland America's New Amsterdam. And we talked about it a little bit last week, but I think 7 days was a little too much.
It was only too much because we overindulged in many areas.
Well,
and we weren't feeling that great. And it was a
to some extent. It was a very rough sailing.
I was okay with the 7 days. Yeah.
And I just found there just wasn't much to do.
There wasn't as much to do as on other cruise lines. Yes.
Right. For sure. I mean, even a Royal Caribbean ship, if all you do is go to the shows and the trivia and that kind of stuff, you're always finding tons of things to do.
So Scott went to ABC in Labadee.
Haiti.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You need the because you got to get down. You got to get far down there. South.
I guess so.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I haven't met really anybody that hasn't had a good time on a cruise.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a good time. Don't get me wrong. I mean, how can you complain? You're on a cruise ship and,
I had the best time with your sister and
I had a great time
my best friend and
with
other
our
friends
group.
that came with us. Yes.
No doubt. It was a great
Mary
hanging out with them.
Came with us on 2 cruises now.
Yeah. They've been with us on 2 cruises.
Yeah, and they hung out with us more this time than on the last time. Did. So maybe the next one they'll hang out a little more.
I think that was their first time on Holland America.
That was. Yes, so. They are Royal avid cruisers.
Yes, they are. They're like
Diamond members.
Yeah, big time Royal cruisers.
I came across today. Poop deck.
Oh, yeah. The poop deck.
The poop deck.
Yeah, we had this thing on New Amsterdam, the poop deck.
Well, I would just say that every time we passed, I don't know if it was a certain area or people, a certain time. It was after dinner, and everybody has eaten, and I was like, okay, everybody must have just eaten so much that their bellies are full, and
they're just crop dusted down the hallway.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it was bad, and so that there was many names for that area of the ship, and it was called the poop chute, the poop deck, and I don't know if there was any more, but oh my Lord, that was.
And we walked in this little museum on Grand Turk that had a gift shop, and in the gift shop they had this wood and brass
It's
plaque that
literally
said
right
poop
there on my
deck.
desk. Yeah.
And we're like, we got to get not one, but two of those. We got one for us and one that we gave to my sister and brother-in-law.
Yeah, and that specific night that we were actually acknowledging the fact that it was kind of smelly, my brother-in-law Fred was wearing poop socks. Okay,
Yes.
they said
It had the poop emoji
yeah,
on it. Yes.
and it was like poop happens, whatever. But oh my God, we're like, how do you even plan that? It was hilarious. It was really had to be there.
Oh yeah.
And then we laughed about the rest of the entire cruise. But
yeah, but like Scott says, worst day on a cruise is still pretty darn good.
Yes, sirree. Yes, sir.
That's
Even if
sure.
it's full of poop.
Even if it's full of poop, even if there's not that much to do, you can always do something and have some fun.
Be there, some of the things that we did to keep ourselves entertained was kind of fun. So it was fun. I think the videos are going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, we had the drink package, so.
Which is one of the reasons why my body revolted against me, because I think I overindulged a little too much.
Yeah, well, that can happen.
I know.
If you go too much. But anyway, so what else about the Icon? Exceptional staff.
Going back to the Icon.
The food was very good.
Yeah.
The way the ship was laid out was.
The elevators were really cool.
The elevators are cool. Yeah.
I didn't think I would like them, but we did not wait at all. Yeah. But again, it was 60-80% capacity.
That's the other thing. It was 60 to 80% capacity when we were on the ship.
Now
we'll see what it's like at 100% or 110%. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You think they're going to have 110% now?
Oh, probably. Yeah. I mean, if they still have their prices jacked up like they were, and as far as I know, the prices haven't come down.
No, I don't
think so. Then yeah, they're selling every cabin that they can sell.
All right, because we went looking after we booked. I went looking after we booked to see what it would be.
Oh yeah.
Or just before we were like, yeah, let's do it. Or when it was around that time.
Right.
And they were still around that price. So.
Yeah. Well, not surprising. I think Sherry may even still have a few cabins left.
Oh, I don't know.
I think I heard her mention it the other night on the spotlight.
Well, if anybody's
you can contact
not with
Awesome Sunset Travel, Sherry at Awesome Sunset Travels. See if she's got any cabins left.
Yeah.
Because that's a deal you will not find again. I guarantee you.
No.
And I mean, we had another cruise booked for when the Icon is. We canceled it, lost our deposit just because this was such a good deal. Well, and it was a chance to go on the Icon again.
Yeah, we were booked on the Adventure of the Seas. And
it was a great cruise.
It went over, the itinerary was great, and it went over Valentine's Day. And my dad, in passing, just kind of mentioned that he wanted to cruise in February. And I was like, what? And I was like, well, we have one. And so he went looking at the Adventure of the Seas, but it was $3,000 a person for a balcony room. And he was like, I'm not paying that. And so
$3,000 a person.
Yeah. Or it was over that. And he didn't want to pay that. And so we're like, well, if you really want, what the heck was that? I was like, well, if you really want to go, I was like, Sherry had from Awesome Sunsets Travel mentioned that she had some rooms on the Icon, and it was in February. And I was like, hey, Dad, here's an option. If you want to go in February, we'll do that. And if you want to do that, we'll cancel our cruise on Adventure of the Seas. And so that's how we got back on the Icon. I was like, yeah, well, we'll do it again. And Corey was like, yeah, sure, let's do it again. It's the same itinerary, so everything is the same.
Everything's exactly
the same. But it's going to be
so.
different for us because A, it's not the inaugural cruise, so it's a year later, and B, we'll get to do other things because we were so overwhelmed with all of the vloggers and all of the new, just like it was just so much to take in.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many people,
Mhm.
A lot of them that I recognized. I'm like, all right, I know those guys from some channel, but I don't know
Yes,
their
and I'm
names.
sorry for the other ones that we did not mention, but if you watch our videos,
there were just
they're
so
all
many.
on there.
It's hard to remember.
We also had some live, what do you call those collabs after? There was a name for them. I forgot that.
And we just did live streams with guests.
Yeah.
Round table.
Table. That's
we
the
had
word.
round tables with folks that went with us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they're talking about debarkation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Tanisha says, I'll trade a good day for a bad day on a cruise ship, except the day before disembarking and disembarkation day. Miss me with those 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott says, debarking gives us sadness too, Tanisha.
Yes.
Yeah. That packing up to go home.
At that point, you don't even care. You just throw everything in your suitcase, and you're like, all right, let's just throw it out the door.
Yeah, it's all dirty anyway. Just throw it all in the suitcase. Who cares? But let's see what else. I mean, there's never any reason to have downtime on Icon. I mean you can have downtime. There's some cool places to hang out.
To get some downtime sometimes, but
you've probably seen pictures of it. The Pearl, which is this architectural artistic element.
Was pretty cool. We were up there a lot.
Right in the middle of the Royal Promenade.
Amazing sunsets and lots of tea and
so the Pearl Cafe, which is right at the top of the Pearl. You got your tea, coffee, all your little snacks.
Mm-hmm. We did a live stream.
Great lounging area with electrical outlets, so you can sit there and plug your computer in and or your your tablet, whatever, your phone, and just hang out there. And it's floor to ceiling glass windows, so you can see everything that's going on. It's a great place to hang out. Love it there.
Sunsets were amazing.
And what was that place up in the front of the Aquadome called? The Loft,
it wasn't Eden. It was
no, that's
the
Celebrity.
What the hell was that called?
Anyway.
Oh my God!
There's this place at the very.
I wasn't prepared to talk about the Icon.
I wasn't either. There's this place at the very front of the ship, at the front of the Aquadome. What the hell
was it called? That was my favorite place, and I can't remember now.
Beyond the Aqua Theater area.
It's
behind it.
Oh my God! Sorry,
and
folks.
it's kind of this lower area, and it's got these lots of seating there, but then it's got these pods that kind of come up out of the floor, and you walk up this spiral staircase to them, and they've got they've got couch, like these circular couches up there, so you can kind of sit up there in a little tree house and look out over the ocean.
Yeah, there was one where I couldn't see anybody in it, and I went up the stairs, and somebody was laying down reading a book, and I was like, darn it.
That's what happened. Every time I tried to get into one of those, there was someone up there.
Yeah.
You can't see them from the ground level, so you got to walk up the stairs to see if anybody's there.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. And there's a bar up there. And then right up the stairs by the Aqua Theater, you've got the Ryan Bean, which is a coffee themed alcoholic bar. So you've got all different kinds of coffee and tea, alcoholic drinks, or just your espresso or whatever.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of different food options. Some of them.
The Marketplace.
Right off the Aqua Theater, you've got the Marketplace that had. What did they have? They had a crepe place. They had a
Asian, I think.
Asian fusion of some kind. Anyway, that's all free. The other stuff is not. So anyway.
Well,
thank you for coming in, Tanisha. Appreciate it. Look forward to meeting you in February. I'm sure we're going to have a blast.
And for everyone that celebrates Thanksgiving, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, to you, Tanisha. And we'll see you soon. So.
We're coming into 9:30. Shall we kind of, what? What are you doing?
I forgot to say, Tanisha put this up earlier, but we hadn't gotten to it yet. So She says, Tanisha says she's thankful for family, friends, my home, career, life with all its ups and downs. I'm thankful for YouTube friends and community. Awesome.
Well, thank you for coming back.
For sure.
Yes.
So I guess we can move on from Icon.
Yeah.
Since Tanisha is leaving us, and we were mainly doing that for her.
Yes, because she was gone.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, if you guys are interested, we'll keep going. But
Yeah.
just put in the comments and let us know. Otherwise, we're going to move on to. I had a question to you guys about whether you like to travel during the holidays, because people. All right, so it's twofold, right?
Yeah.
So you're traveling for the holidays, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going far away or on vacation. Maybe you're just going an hour or two away, to family or another state or, whatever.
When I grew up, that was holiday travel for us. Thanksgiving, Christmas, we'd go to the grandparents' house, whichever grandparent it happened to be, or they'd come to us. And that was holiday travel. I never have taken a vacation over a holiday.
And people do, because you're off. And so we look at Destination Fun, who is on a vacation or on a cruise this week.
Yep.
I want to do a Halloween cruise.
Well, we got the Booze Cruise 6.0 that Eddie's put out.
Gosh, I know.
That in 2026, it actually embarks on Halloween.
Yeah.
So, and I think there's a lot of people going on that. That's a possibility. It's far enough out.
Yeah.
We can look at it.
And we also have a group cruise in 2026 that we haven't talked about yet.
We haven't put that out yet. But you did talk to Kendra, and she said that
she had some rooms.
She had rooms booked.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we will be bringing you. Do you want to talk about that?
Or no, we can just do a little teaser. Stay tuned.
A little teaser. Yeah.
And it's amazing. Amazing.
This is one.
Very exciting.
This is like a bucket list kind of cruise.
Start saving up
now. It's almost 2 years out, so there's plenty of time to save and plan for it.
Yeah. Don't give out the cat in the bag.
Okay. Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll talk about it probably in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Once we kind of get more details.
Some kind of little something together.
A little something
to plug it.
And I got to get through this holiday first. This weekend's a doozy for us.
For sure. Because luckily nobody's coming to our house.
No, our kids wanted to do it. Our oldest daughter, because they just bought that house not too far from us. And they're going to have 22 people. And you know what? We can walk home anytime we want.
Yes, we can. She bought the house down at the bottom of our driveway, pretty much.
Yes, so it'll be fun. But it's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, Friendsgiving. So Scott says, we've done a Christmas cruise last year and going to take a trip New Year's week. However, it's cheaper and less crowded when kids are in school. Yeah.
And then there's that too. Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing. You want to
if you go
cruise when the kids are out of school.
Right. If you go during the holidays, that's when kids are off. So it's much more crowded, and it's probably much more expensive too.
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah. So where did you go on the Christmas cruise? If you want to share that with us, Scott.
Yeah.
But so
that's...
for us growing up, we didn't travel anywhere. Everybody came to us Thanksgiving because Christmas Eve is an Italian thing, and we used to go to my grandparents every
7
Christmas
fishes.
Eve. Yeah. We did 5 fishes, but and then Christmas Day, everybody would come to us, so we were kind of the hub place.
Yeah. So for us, it was always Thanksgiving dinner. My mom would always.
Okay, so what time was dinner for you guys? Because dinner for the Italians and my family is different than dinner for everybody else.
Well, when it was Thanksgiving dinner, it was like mid-afternoon, pretty much.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because you'd probably have something for breakfast, and then it was about maybe 2 to 3 o'clock.
And everybody would start coming and would eat shortly thereafter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just eat, and you'd, eat until you couldn't hardly move. And then maybe later that night you made some turkey sandwiches or something.
I mean, I would like to talk about Christmas, but I mean, I know it's Thanksgiving, but our just really quick, and we'll talk about this closer to Christmas. But our Italian family that got together on Christmas Eve, I timed it one year. We ate for 4 hours straight. And I'll go into more detail about that when we get closer to that holiday. But it might be fun to hear some of my traditions. I know Corey, he's experienced
it.
And so, like, we talk about stuff or things come up, and he was like, and I was like, oh, and I'm laughing. And I look at him like, do you understand that? And he goes, yeah. Or I go, do you get that? He was like, no.
I mean, that's like the other night we watched this Christmas movie. What was it on Netflix?
The Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Feast of the Seven Fishes. And I thought,
somebody told me I should watch it. I didn't. I wasn't sure what to expect. But
and it was kind of a weird one for a Christmas movie because it was based in the 1980s, I think, or like 1990 or something, right around in there. So.
And the weird thing for me was that the men were in the kitchen cooking, and I'm like, yeah, that is not how it was. The women were in the kitchen, the men were in front of the TV watching football.
Yeah. So
maybe doing other things.
But yeah, I've experienced those 4 hours sitting at the table or sitting at the table, getting up, doing,
You didn't get up for long.
I didn't get up for long, but cook the next course or whatever, and then sit back down. Yeah, long stuff. But anyway,
you were always at the ones at my aunt's house.
Your aunt's house,
my grandmother's. That was all. She had it all ready.
Yeah,
pretty much. But anyway, so yeah, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah. So
Scott did answer us about the Christmas tree. Yeah, he started the Christmas off.
Yeah,
it's your fault, Scott.
Roatan, Belize, Cozumel, and Costa Maya.
We haven't gone to any of those except for Cozumel.
Been to Cozumel.
Yeah, that was where we had our best excursion.
Yeah, that was an awesome.
That's a nice itinerary.
Well, yeah, you don't normally want to do the Western Caribbean.
It's not that I don't want to do it. I'm just kind of picky as to where we go in the Western Caribbean.
Well, we haven't been to any of those, so
we are going.
I mean, I always thought Cozumel. Well, every ship goes to Cozumel, but there's plenty of stuff to do in Cozumel.
Everywhere, and in September of next year. It was the 9-night that goes to.
It doesn't go everywhere.
It goes to a lot of places that we haven't been to.
Yeah, it goes to a lot of places we haven't been.
But no, not everywhere. You're right. We couldn't afford to go everywhere.
Yeah.
At once. I don't think everyone's good.
book that year cruise. Yeah.
Oh my
go
God,
everywhere.
No. I wouldn't even know if I'd want to do that when I retire. Maybe. I mean,
you'd be gone a long time.
I mean, could I be away from the kids for a year? God, I don't know. I mean, I could go away for a month or so, and
yeah,
like I did.
Grandkids.
Yeah, so we had a holiday party for the chamber on Friday, and we were away for 2 weeks, and we probably didn't see the kids after we got back because they were sick. So it had been almost 3 weeks, and
we saw Charlie, so
the grandbaby was 4 months. He's going to be 5 months next week. I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you forever. I was like, come here, little chunker. And I held on to him and hung out with him the whole entire party. He was just so great, smiling and flirting with everybody. And
he definitely is developing his personality. And smiling a lot.
Oh yeah.
And laughing.
So I'm very thankful for our family, our subscribers and supporters, for our Mountains to Sea crew, and friends. Of course, I didn't put that in there as well, but yeah.
People don't realize
customers, custom business.
That's for sure.
That helped make this travel possible. Since Corey mentioned earlier, we're not getting paid right now for it, but
that makes the travel possible for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, having a job to pay for it, and a job where we can.
I'm very thankful.
Take off.
I don't take things for granted.
Week every once in a while. So
I'm thankful for pickleball.
Pickleball, yeah. I am. Speaking of pickleball,
Uh oh, he's totally gonna go on a tangent right here. Prepare.
well, I'm just gonna lay it out there. The new theme of our channel
Oh,
is
should
travel.
we wait before
What?
we even go there? So we have been talking about making some changes. I mean, at least lead up to it or something.
Well, a little bit.
Well.
It's not really changes so much as we're
Branching
it's not
out.
even a shift because it's everything that we're just putting it out there. That this
We're
is
bringing it together.
Yeah, we're kind of bringing it together because up to this point, it's just like, oh, we took a trip, we did this,
We did
but
that.
what's been
Yes.
what's been a part of a lot of our videos? Travel.
Whoops, over here. I'll do this.
Travel, yeah.
Travel.
Beer. In every series, at least, you're going to see beer because I brew beer.
And
we sell beer.
Look, we got our work shirts on.
Yeah, and I got my work shirt on because I had
we
to work
today.
And in the past 6 months, pickleball.
Wait, three.
Yeah.
3.
So
Is that better?
Travel, beer, pickleball.
Yeah. So
So
you guys are going to see a lot more.
And Scott just asked, any tournaments coming up soon?
Yes.
Yes. 2 weeks from Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yes,
we
that's
gotta
soon.
start playing.
I know.
Oh, I ran into Taylor today.
Did you?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
talk about that later.
One of our pickleball friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 weeks from Saturday
we'll be
from
in,
Friday,
Macon, Georgia.
We're driving down to Macon, Georgia for the Candy Cane Classic. Let's see. We're going to be playing together in mixed doubles. And we've got a couple of other friends that are going to go down with us. They will play mixed doubles together, but those are on Sunday. On Saturday, we're playing gender doubles. So you will be playing with
Sandra,
with our friend Sandra, and I'll be playing with Kevin, who was
our coach,
also our coach, who taught us to play pickleball.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit higher level than me, so I'm gonna have to play up. we're probably gonna get our butts kicked, but it'll be fun.
They put me up in a higher bracket, but not as high as him. He's in a higher bracket. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate that.
So yeah,
I took 2.5 weeks off and finally played last night.
Yeah, Laurie didn't play at all on the New Amsterdam. I played every chance I got, and I got pretty good at it too.
Yeah,
I mean, I played for 3 days or 2 days, and had a tournament on the 3rd or 4th or something like that. Lucked out, got a great partner who was right there with me, and we ended up winning the tournament, which was awesome. I mean, that's the first time I've ever won a game in a tournament on a cruise ship.
Oh my God, we always suck it up.
Yeah, we always do pretty bad because I mean it's hard. Nothing works the way it's supposed to on a cruise ship.
Yeah,
but I learned how to play in that condition, and
he played every day.
I played really well. Yeah, won that, and then a couple of days later there was another one. I didn't get the same partner because somebody else had asked him to play with him, and both of us lost. So we each lost our first game.
Every time you went to play pickleball, you left me unattended. And
oh boy.
Yeah. There's some video. But not much incriminating video though, or incriminating pictures. So I'll keep those to myself.
In 2 weeks we will be in Macon. And from what I understand, the Christmas lights in downtown Macon are supposed to be pretty incredible.
Yep. So we're gonna bring we're gonna get some video.
We're gonna try to find pull out some time in that to see those Christmas lights. We'll have to find some local craft breweries that we can visit.
Yeah.
And go from there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And so that's something that you'll probably see in our videos going forward. Is anywhere that we go, we're going to look for the craft breweries. You've seen them before, but it's not always a priority for us. We were in Nassau.
Not that that's all you're going to see.
Yeah, it's not all that you're going to see.
But we're going to taste them, and we're going to kind of talk about them and we
I mean,
kinda
we went
rate them
to
for ourselves, so
several in Alaska,
we did.
but that's just because
It was
that's
Alaska.
what you do. We had
And
the
they were,
time, and
George and Mary in the craft brew industry, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to this brewery, going to this brewery. There's a brewery on this island, there's a brewery here." And we didn't actually get an opportunity to
Yeah,
do that.
we didn't,
So
so.
we thought about, going forward, we would like to try and find the local, because we love to eat local food. So why not try to find the local beer? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
For sure.
So we're gonna try and find that.
And that way we can let you and other travelers out there know that, okay, if you go here, here's some breweries that you can
Mhm.
try. And, as a professional brewer and, a certified beer judge, I can give you a qualified opinion on how good the beer is.
I can
And
give a qualified
you
opinion
can as well. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just as qualified.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Do the work.
I did aspire
took
to
a
be
lot of
a
work to
judge
get-
at some point,
Yeah.
but my life has definitely gone in a different direction.
Yeah,
So, yeah, there's no time for that now.
But, yeah.
If I do anything, I want to be a travel agent. So there's no time for that
Okay.
right now either.
Yeah.
There's too much with 2 jobs and everything else.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was going to say earlier, people don't realize how much work actually goes into putting out what we put out, because,
Well, other content people might. But
well, yeah, I mean, most everyone that's on here right now is content creators. But yeah, you spend the day filming, and then you get home, and then you got to go through all that footage, and you've got to at least
make sense of it.
Try to create some kind of story. We got Sea Legs Journeys in. Awesome.
Hello, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
to you
Thanksgiving,
too.
guys. Welcome in.
Corey was just explaining how much work goes into making a video.
Yeah.
So exhilarating.
Maybe
He'll talk about it, with a little hop in his, make it interesting for you guys. Yeah.
Well,
hello. Hey, it's a lot of work.
I work 5 days a week brewing beer, and then I spend Saturday and Sunday sitting at this computer editing video.
Why did you? He even brought the accent. I don't know what kind of accent that was, but maybe we should put a straw hat on you or something.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly. That is correct. Editing videos is a lot of work.
Yeah, but he enjoys it too, because as he's doing it, there's pickleball playing on the other monitor the whole time.
Not the whole time.
Okay, the news is the other part of the time.
Yeah.
See, you can't argue that.
But I can't exactly watch it or listening to it if I'm looking at the videos that I'm editing.
So, yeah, sometimes he
or listening to the videos that I'm editing. So most of the time I'm editing for what we're talking about. So
you don't have to convince me, honey. It's okay. Yeah. But yes, the people that do content and do edit videos know how much work is really involved in that. And so we at Mountains to Sea Crew really appreciate and are thankful for all the editing work you do.
Yeah. So in the year and a half almost that we've been putting out videos, we have missed two Saturdays. One was
his
2 weeks ago, and it was 100% my fault. I had the video done, and I was like, all right, it's done. I didn't upload it to YouTube before we left the house.
And you thought you did, and so
we couldn't. And I'm like, well, it's on my computer at home. Nothing I can do about it.
And then today you put that it was at 9 a.m. instead of 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So thank you for all the
everybody that happened to show up at 9 o'clock.
When it came back 9 or 12 hours later. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh well. So it goes.
Yeah.
Well, so yes. What am I thankful for? Definitely thankful for pickleball. That's where we got off of being thankful.
Oh.
Thankful for family.
Thankful for that
And all of
stress
our-
reliever.
all of our grandkids,
Yes.
and
6 of them.
thankful that our business is still prospering.
7 years.
Yeah. So Chet says staying consistent in scheduling is very important. Yes,
Yes.
for sure. We have a bigger problem staying consistent on our live streams when we're out of town, when we're on vacation or on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always easy to live stream on a cruise ship, but we try.
Yeah.
As much as
Well, and
we
we
can.
don't have a thumbnail really for it. I mean, unless we do it ahead of time, but you know. We did it on the icon.
But yeah, I mean, so far we have had content. We've had something out, all but 2 of the last, almost 80 Saturdays or so.
Did you really just do that math in your head?
Yeah.
That's why I had that long pause, y'all. I was already be like, all right,
75 or so.
He's fixing the math.
He's
got to
redo
it.
Whatever.
His brain, guys, I'm telling you, it's. I don't know how he does it. I would not be able to survive having his brain.
Yeah.
There's no downtime in there.
All right. Anything else you're thankful for?
I guess our kitties.
Our kitties.
Yeah.
You want to grab
I
Gandalf?
don't
and
know
pull
if
him
he'll
up?
let me. He might. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
No, he's not gonna let me.
He's not going to do it.
No. Come here. I'm gonna make you. Come here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. He's like a 20-pound big boy. They come around our legs and they meow.
yeah.
What? Wait, I gotta go this way.
Try to jump on my desk and things like that. So
He's ready to flee.
He's ready to go. If you don't let him go when he wants you to let him go, he'll bite you. Hey, big kitty.
Looks pretty comfortable though.
Yep, that's Gandalf the Grey.
Our son-in-law Brad named him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Oh wait. I'm surprised he's staying. Oh, look at this, guys. Caught here first on camera. He never stays this long.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He's missing his mama. But
because they know who loves them.
Yep. All right. Well.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Anything else you're thankful for?
Oh,
Since
there's
we're doing
so much.
thankful.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I got hair on my face.
I mean, I'm thankful that we live in a small town where we can make a difference. You know, I mean, we have a lot of we can impact things locally. You know, you're on an ambassador with the Chamber of Commerce. We're both on the Main Street Association board of directors. So, you know, I get asked to speak in front of the city council on stuff. And so I'm thankful that I'm in a small town, because in a big city or something, I wouldn't get the time of day. But at least in the small town that we live in, we can have some kind of impact.
Thank you for the compliment on Gandalf.
Yeah, thanks for that, Scott. So yeah, but definitely thankful for that, and that we can do what we do.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a bunch that I forgot to be thankful for, because there's just so much. You know, and when Hurricane Helene came through.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was in the sun and the sun was shining on my face, and I was just, for a moment, I was like, oh my God, I'm so thankful for everything I have. And then almost immediately after, I was feeling guilty, because I was feeling thankful that we weren't affected as badly as some other that were affected.
Yeah.
And so every time I think about being thankful, that's what I think about that survivor's guilt. I'm just, there's so much in my life to be thankful for.
That all
our
of that,
employees that,
I
come
mean,
to work and show up, and they're happy to be there, and, take care of things while we're gone. I mean,
right. I mean, if we didn't have good staff, we certainly wouldn't be able to travel.
Yeah. So,
So.
there's so much.
Yeah.
And if I forgot anything, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to mention out loud. But
Very thankful that we got spared the brunt of Helene, because
there's still so
just
many people that are devastated.
20 minutes east of us, there was flooding. 25-30 minutes east of us, there was major flooding, and
their whole lives and businesses and homes are just wiped out. So
I mean, so speaking of small towns, Corey, are you any relation to the Bryson that Bryson City is named after? All right. So
all right, everybody get your coffee, your tea, or your beverages, because we're going to go down a road.
Bryson City was named, it has to have some relation to my ancestors. The Brysons that live here in Western North Carolina, there were two brothers that came down from Pennsylvania.
One was named William.
Yeah, and they settled in this area. And so pretty much all the Brysons here are descendants of those two brothers. And they, in turn, had come over from Antrim, Ireland, I believe, where they had lived for a period of time, but originally they were from Scotland. So, yes.
Scots Irish, are you?
Yes.
Give me the little accent. Scots Irish.
Not right now. Not on demand.
Aww.
Not on demand. Yeah, so I'm.
When I go out, they're like, "Oh, you're Bryson." I'm like, "No, I'm married to a Bryson." I'm like,
"Yeah, it's
we're not probably related, but you probably related to him."
Yep. So I haven't really looked into the history of exactly who it was named after, but it's some kind of distant relative, I'm sure. So, but anyway.
And we were going to name our business Bryson Brewing.
We were originally looking at calling it Bryson Brewing, but found out that
here's a tip.
Yeah.
Incoming tip.
We were told that using a surname in the name of your business or location made it more difficult to trademark the name,
or almost impossible to trademark.
And there were so many trademark issues that had been going on in that time, about eight or so years ago, 8 to 9 years ago, that we said, all right, first thing we're going to do is try to trademark our name so that
do you pay the money now or up front, or do you pay it later?
Do you pay it up front or do you pay it later? One of the local breweries got sued by a big time brewery over their name.
In California.
They ended up
They were in California that were suing somebody locally.
No, it was Bell's Brewing that was suing.
They're not in California?
No, they're like in Michigan, I think.
Oh, my mistake.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, they got sued by this big brewery, and they won, but it cost them $100,000 to defend their name.
And it was a couple of years.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we that's why we changed it to Balsam Falls.
Yeah. And Balsam Falls was a completely fictitious name.
And now all of a sudden there's a Balsam Falls here.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, because we did the whole trademark search and all this kind of stuff, and there was one rapid area at some kayaking stream that was called Balsam Falls. It's the only thing we could find nationwide, other than a Christmas movie. That the town in the Christmas movie was called Balsam Falls. Anyway, none of that.
Let's see if I can grab this.
Here and there.
Oh, and then here's our other one. Here's our girl.
Yeah.
This is Cinder. She doesn't like to be. She used to like to be held, but then Gandalf taught her not to be held.
So Scott says his grandmother Smith was a Thompson. She came from a heavily Scots-Irish line. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, Western North Carolina is a lot of Scots-Irish and some German.
Somebody's not happy. So this is Cinder.
Scots-Irish.
Yeah, she's not happy. She doesn't want to be held there.
So.
Okay.
All right.
She won't hurt me though.
Okay.
The other one will draw blood if you don't put him down fast enough.
That's for sure.
Yeah. She's just like, okay, I'm ready. Put me down.
All right, guys. I think we're about out of time.
I
It
know.
is 10 o'clock.
Oh,
This
thank you
hour
for
has
staying
flown by.
the whole hour.
Thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us.
We had to learn
I
a little
really appreciate
history
it.
about some
Yeah.
of our supporters and about
some
you.
of my heritage,
and, yeah.
a little bit of your heritage.
Oh, that's right. I did. I talked about being Italian and the
Italian and the
seven
fishes and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so.
wait until we talk about that. Ooh, that's going to make your head spin just
Yeah,
a little bit.
We'll save that for an episode closer to Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, Chet, thank you for coming in. First time we've seen you in here, at least in the chat. So
yeah, so thanks everybody for joining us.
And Scott and everybody that has come in and stayed silent. Thanks for coming in and seeing us this week. And until next time, from peaks to tides.
We'll see you on the next ride. Happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.